Though this journey has been cold, there's a fire burning in my soul. And in this dark pit I'm in, I wonder if you waited till I return. Till I return. Till I return.
All right, so we just moved inside because we've been battling rain all morning, and every now and then when it stops, we make our way out there. But just picked up pretty heavily again in that last little session. So what we were going over in that session was again just kind of going and re-hitting the place training yesterday, and then starting to twinkle in a little bit of that follow command, right? Teaching him that, hey, when you are on the left-hand side of me, I need you to be. You can't forge ahead. You can't go too far out. I need you to walk at my pace, right? Remember how you guys are saying, oh, he has a good heel, but you have to walk fast. His speed, we do not have to dictate our speed based off him. He dictates his speed off of us. So what we're going to do is we're going to start to teach him a little bit more of the position itself. Break. Place. And you're a big boy, so we're going to use this upside down place bed. No, place. There you go. So what we're doing is we are going to use this place object as a barrier. So what I want from him is when I tell him follow, I am going to walk the outlines of this place bed, and I want him to follow with me, right? I want to keep all 4 feet in there just like that to where, again, he has to try to maintain his bearing. Of course, this is where I can set him up for failure or we have the potential to set him up for failure. If we walk too far out like this and we tell him follow, now he has all this room to kind of come out of the box. We want him to stay into the box, right? So it's going to be super simple. We're just going to start off with some simple commands. Good boy. We're just going to go ahead. He's at a level 7. Follow. The pinch gives him a little bit of tension. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Good. And as soon as he kind of goes with me, that's where I want him to start walking. Follow. Come on, get up. There you go. I know. Follow. There. Nope. And again, it's a little confusing at first, but you're going to see how fast we can kind of pick it up with just these couple of reps. Follow. Good. There we go. Good boy. Stay in the place. I know usually use a box, but you're a little bit too lanky to stay in a box. Good boy. Big distractions. Good. Follow. Good. There it is. Good boy. That's your good boy. You can good boy. Yeah. You want to lick it? Follow. No. Follow. Good. Come on. Push you guys a little bit further back. Good. Follow. No. Place. Good. Follow. Place. Good boy. That's what we're looking for, dude. Follow. Good. No. No. Follow. Good. No. Follow. Again, this is a little bit, can be confusing for him because, again, he is surrounded now. Place. By 3 different things that we're teaching, right? He wants to go back to his kennel because, again, we're just running kennel commands for the past 2 days. That's where he gets paid at. That's where he gets to go and relax. Then we were running place commands yesterday and today, right? So again, he's kind of forging back to want to go back to the place command. But now it's like, cool, we're teaching him actually just stopped raining out there, so we're about to go back out there. Uh, yeah, we're gonna do that. Give us a little bit more room. All right, so catching it before the rain starts to hit us again. Again, the biggest thing, place, good boy, that we want him to understand is again, he's one. The place command isn't technically a moving command, right? I want him to understand that, or the follow command is not a moving command, right? I want to understand that when I tell him follow, he just comes right next to me, and we could be moving forward, backwards, sideways, or we might not be moving at all, right? It's the same exact thing as heel. But again, we want to keep it kind of consistent with your other dogs and what's not. So when we kind of are working them through it, follow. Again, I'm adding that stem when I give the command. No, follow. Good. Good boy. No. There it is. Follow. Right? I want him to make that decision to come back with me. No, follow. Good boy. And then he's like, okay, once I start moving, that's what we're looking for. Good. Place. Good boy. Hey, you found a Scooby snack. Good. Follow. There we go. And he comes right back into my happy bubble. And again, the happy bubble is where there's no pressure at all, right? I want him to understand that follow. That when he's in that follow, there's no e-collar stem, there's no leash pressure, there's none of that. No. No. Good. And again, those are things that we correct right there because again, we don't want him making his own decision where he's like, okay, if I go back to this place pad, I don't have to do this anymore. Follow. Good boy. So I want to be able to walk right past it. There we go. Follow. And him not start trying to forge towards it. No. There you go, dude. Follow. There you go. Oh, yeah. You're like, dude, yeah, I just want to sit and hang out. I don't really want to do much. It's all right. Well, follow. Good. Here we go. Follow. Good boy. And that's what I'm looking for. Very minimal pressure that time. Follow. Good. Follow. No. Follow. Good boy. Like that. Follow. There we go. Nice and slow. And I like holding the leash behind my back sometimes because, again, when he does start to forge ahead, I can give him those quick little micro corrections a lot easier. Follow. No. Follow. There it is. A lot easier and just a lot quicker and right where I want them than if it was in front of me. So I'll do that sometimes with dogs that are forging ahead just a tad bit or when I have and when I need them to really be able to slow down. Follow. Good. And I want to keep coming back to this street because every time we come right here, he wants to keep heading out. Follow. Good. There you go, dude. And now he's trying to make the decision. Okay, follow me. I have to come back. Like there is no okay. If I'm stubborn enough, I'm going to get my way. Good boy. Follow. Good boy. Break. Good. And I'll give him a little bit of the break. Hey, come on. I know it's so stressful. This is always the most stressful one for dogs because y'all are so used to just walking at your own pace. And that is the biggest thing when we're teaching the follow, right? We're teaching a dog how to walk at our pace now. And especially a dog like him who he was on his own for quite a bit, most likely. He never had to, match paces with anybody before. Hey, good boy. There you go. And now he's naturally just kind of coming back into it, which is what we want. We kind of, again, even when I do give him the break command, break theoretically means that there are very limited rules, right? There's still structure, not allowed to go and start being reactive and doing bad things and having bad habits. But it also doesn't, but technically, once we really start giving them structure, their break, they tend to end up just hanging around us anyways. Come on. Good boy. Oh, there you go, Wolfies. I don't know. Bring him right back to a place object. Place. Good. That's what I was looking for. Now he's just going there and just kind of laying down, relaxing, hanging out. Good boy. Up and the rain's kicking back on, dude. It's okay. Oh, I know. You say you match my speed. I don't match your speed, dude. You're too fast. You gotta slow down for mom and dad. Okay. Yeah. Oh, rain's coming down hard. Come on. Break. All right, so escaping the storm that's been going on all day today. The dogs are just now in here placing in the house. This is our first time actually doing this duration piece, which is always good to start on it early because, again, like I've said, with place training, this fixes 90% of your guys' problems because a lot of times we just want our dogs to understand how to turn it on and turn it off, right? Again, when we're having all of 3 of these dogs are young, right? 8 months, 6 months, and a year old. We don't have to teach any of these dogs how to go. They all already have that energy, especially Churro here. What we need to teach them is how to actually settle, which is what we were going on over yesterday with the place training. But this is where it starts to relate to, where, again, I want them each to kind of just settle down in the house in here, understand how to relax, do this duration piece for a little bit. Because even when we start going out to public, usually on Friday, we'll go to Black Rifle as our first place, me and one of the other trainers will. But then next week, right, a lot of times we are doing this duration piece inside the vehicle, outside the vehicle, at those actual places. You're always having your dog kind of be on a place object or even on the ground. But the biggest thing that you just want to remember is, again, this is when we can also start teaching the down a little bit. Them being in the house for the first time in this sort of circumstance, right? So they've walked in and out, back and forth throughout this place. Brisket, no. They've walked back and forth through this part numerous times, but we want them to understand, hey, I get you might not be comfortable in here, but you just need to understand how to relax and settle for a little bit. So they're going to be doing this for probably the next little bit while, again, the rain starts to die down. And 2 out of 3 are already laying down. I would have to wait for little bear to start laying down as well. So after a little bit of all of them just kind of settling down on their own places, Churro's had probably the most little bit of trouble just because, again, he is surrounded by a ton of dogs in here. So anytime any of them move, he kind of just jumps up, gets a little nervy, but he's staying on his place. So again, this is typically how I'd like to end the day, is just letting them settle, letting them understand that, cool, my son can kind of run around, do what he wants to do, while their job is just to kind of lay in their respective areas where they're all tied off. That way, if anybody does get off, we can just go ahead and reset them. And then, because again, it has just been nothing but raining. It still is raining every time I want to go out there and check. Hasn't stopped up. But this is just a great way to kind of end on a good note. Tomorrow is going to be recall, so of course that's always going to be a good day. Just doing a little bit of recall with them. And then always just throwing this bit of duration in there to teaching them how to relax, how to down regulate that nervous system, and then have some fun.